Hello, wolves and wolf guardians. I'm coming to you today as a celebration for all the hard work that was done this year at Whittier Elementary School by my students. This would have been the day of celebration for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade honor roll and principals list students. I'm going to kind of group together all of them at once. I'm also going to group together this video for my 8th graders that their celebration would have been tomorrow. And I'm going to put them together here in a little celebration. I got a little speech and a few things that I always like to say for these particular things. And tomorrow we're doing a parade for you so that the 8th graders, starting at 1 o'clock, it's going to go around kind of close to the Whittier area. And if you want to know where we're going to be exactly, you can get a look at the Facebook page for Whittier. At this point, I would be welcoming everyone and saying congratulations to everyone. And I would start with one of my favorite speeches. That's from Rocky. He is giving an explanation to his son who has fallen on some hard times, and his son seems to want to point the finger at a lot of people around him instead of reaching inside. So Rocky, as always, steps in to his son and has a few things to say. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it'll beat you down to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit you harder than life. But it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take the hits and not point the fingers saying that you ain't where you want to be because of him, her, or anybody. Cowards do that, and that's not you. You're better than that. And that is something that he says to his son when his son starts to get really down on himself about a particular situation. And that's how Rocky has always been, no matter how bad it is. He just keeps getting up. He gets hit, and he keeps getting up, and he keeps moving forward. And with everything that's going on, I thought this was really fitting that, yep, we take the hits, but we keep moving forward. That being said, this year has been some struggle in the aspect of some of the things that we've had to overcome. So I'm going to share some people that have had their struggles, but you know them as very famous people because they never gave up. They just kept moving forward. I'm going to start out with this particular person who was fired from her first television job as an anchor in Baltimore. Strangely enough, that person became extremely famous, and that's Oprah. My next person is an author. He was very frustrated with a lot of the material that he did, and especially one of his first ones. He ended up rewriting it a few times before he got it right, and he got it very right because it made him famous, and that is the horror writer, Stephen King. My next one, he ruined a couple of, his reputation was ruined because he had some failed businesses in his particular industry, and it didn't stop him. He just kept going, and you would know him as the creator of Ford Motor Company, Henry Ford. This next one is an author who was rejected by 27 different publishers, but he never gave up. And that's Dr. Seuss. This one you might all know. This particular author was a single mom and was very much struggling when she first started out. Was on welfare, and if I'm not mistaken, was living in her car. And she ended up writing a few books, and they made movies out of them. I think you know J.K. Rowling, and that would be the Harry Potter series. This particular person, very famous, and it was said about him that he could not learn, and he had a communication problem, and his schools were very much about the fact that they gave up on him because they said he really had no business being there because he couldn't learn. Strangely enough, it's Albert Einstein. This particular person was fired from dozens of jobs before he started a very successful restaurant chain. And you know him as the creator of KFC, Colonel Sanders. This particular director tried several times to get into the University of Southern California, and they rejected him several times. And that's pretty strange because he's one of the most famous directors of all time, and that is Steven Spielberg. This is one of my favorites. This particular person was fired by a newspaper editor because the person said he lacked imagination and he didn't have any good ideas. Maybe he should have looked twice at that because he was talking to Walt Disney. And my last one, very famous, this particular person was friends with Henry Ford, and it was said about this person that he was too stupid to learn anything. And whoever said that probably is eating their words now because he is a very famous person, Thomas Edison. So there are other stories of other people that have met with adversity and were able to overcome. And the reason I'm bringing them up is because this was a struggling year. It was strange. It was different. We all had different things. It was something that, an obstacle. It was an obstacle. And here we are on the days that we would have been celebrating your accomplishments. Sadly, I'm not able to be with you in the building to give out hugs and high fives and the awards and all that stuff, which we're working on how we're going to get that stuff out to the students. Boys and girls, I can't tell you how proud I am of you. Your teachers tell me every day how hard you're working. To my kindergartners that we would have had a celebration, I will tell you, parents, I'm very sorry that we weren't able to have the fun celebration, the songs and everything. It's so great. And the teachers, Miss Mavel, Miss Schroeder, Miss Cornett, Miss Horvath, they worked so hard to put together a particular thing. And Mr. Myers does a great job with the singing and everything. And the kids love it. And I know you love it. And I'm so sorry we weren't able to accomplish that this year. I really enjoy that program. Also, to my 3rd through 7th graders, that we would have had your honor roll and principals list program. Congratulations to you. I know in the 4th quarter would have been just another quarter for you to shine. And unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to have you in the building to see that. To my 8th graders, good luck to you. Your journey is really just beginning. And you will find yourself in front of many obstacles. And just know, like these people, you can overcome. So, what's it going to take? It's going to take hard work. It's going to take hard work and dedication. You have it within you. Tomorrow, we're going to have a parade for the 8th grade. We're going to be staying close to Whittier, and that route is on our Facebook page if you're interested. And that starts at 1 o'clock. For everyone else, I want you to have a great, great, fun summer. Don't worry too much. Just have fun and know that Mr. Remley hopes very much that we will be face to face again in the fall, and hopefully that all works out. But until then, I miss you very much. I can't wait to see all of you. Have a great summer. Congratulations to all of you with all of your hard work. And hopefully we'll be seeing you very soon.